This application is designed for 90-degree corners. Although 90 degrees may sound like a technical term, it's actually something very common in most homes, since walls are usually built perpendicular to each other. However, some architectural designs may use different angles, so let's start by explaining this detail first. If you want to check whether a corner is truly 90 degrees, you can use a simple 45-degree square, available at most stationery or hardware stores. As shown in the video, place the square into the corner. If both edges of the square touch the walls at the same time, the corner is a true 90-degree angle. Once we confirm that the corner is square, let's look at the installation methods. If you are installing wood or laminate flooring side by side, the process is simple. As shown in the video, place the boards next to each other and secure them properly. After that, install the baseboards and the job is complete. However, if you want to position the boards at an angle, making accurate cuts becomes very important. You should also check whether all boards have the same width. If they do, the process is still quite easy. Place one board into the corner and slide the second board against the wall, over the first board. Then mark the point where the edge of the upper board meets the lower board. Next, switch the positions of the boards and repeat the same marking process for the other piece. After that, draw a line from the corners of the boards to the mark points and cut along those lines. Then slide the boards back into the corner to complete the joint. Now let's watch this process in the video. This method can also be done more easily with a 45-degree square. Simply place one of the 45-degree edges of the square onto the corner of the board and draw a cutting line. Cutting along this line will produce the same angle. However, there are situations where a square may not be available, and that's when the technique we just explained becomes very useful. Laminate boards are usually manufactured at the same width, but solid wood pieces may vary. So how do we make proper cuts when the widths are different? Let's take a look. First, both pieces are cut at 45 degrees, just as we demonstrated earlier. Then the pieces are brought together at the corner as if there were no width difference. Place a straight edge on top of the wider piece and mark the matching width onto the narrower piece. Then draw a line from the corner to that marked point. Next, slide the narrow piece along the angled cut surface until it reaches the position it would have if it were the same width as the wider piece. Naturally, a gap will appear behind the narrow piece. Measure the width of this gap and mark the same distance on the wall side edge of the wider piece. Then draw a line from this mark point to the point where the angle ends on the opposite edge. Cut along these lines. What we are actually doing here is increasing the angled side of the narrow piece while reducing the angled side of the wider piece. This equalizes the contact surfaces and allows both pieces to fit together neatly. After cutting the marked sections, the wood pieces can be joined together cleanly and precisely at the corner. Now let's watch this method in the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more DIY and woodworking videos.